In this lesson, we would run a Spring Boot application which has controller, service, repository like any other typical Spring Boot application. And using Docker Compose, first we would create one MySQL container, and this application would be using that MySQL. And we would run the existing integration tests. As a next step, we would use test containers, and with the help of test containers from Docker, we would create the MySQL container and run the integration tests using test containers over there. To give you a very high level overview of the Spring Boot application, if I expand the source directory under Java, I have all the required elements like controller, model, repository, and I have this Docker Compose file. Here I have the entry for the MySQL database. So first thing, I will run this Docker Compose file so that the MySQL DB is up and running it from IntelliJ IDEA. The MySQL container is started now. If I expand this, I can see this is the MySQL. Now we are going to run this application. And if I show you very briefly, inside here, I have the order controller. And if I maximize inside this order controller, I have exposed different CRUD operations. You can see this create order method, which can create one order. Then we have get order against one ID. We can retrieve one order object. If I scroll down, we have get all orders, update order. So all the methods for CRUD are exposed as endpoints from the controller. Similarly, we have the associated service over here, the repository, and of course the model which we are using. So first, I'm going to run the Spring Boot application, opening the application class, running this. We can see the application is started now. Now I'm going to access it from Swagger because in the project I have done the Swagger related configuration as well. Just at a very high level, let me show you the application config file, the application properties. Here I have the MySQL configuration. I'm using the server port as 8080. By default, it is 8080. And if I scroll down here, I'm using this one, spring.sql.init mode always. The reason being, I have two files over here, schema.sql, which creates one order table, and data.sql, which inserts two records into this order table. So when the application is up and running, it would create one order table and insert two dummy records. So if I access the application initially, we would get two order records. Let me check that. Accessing the application over here, we can see there are two orders, the dummy orders which I created. We can view the same thing via Swagger also. This is the URL, localhost 8080 swagger-ui index.html. As I have configured Swagger, I can go to get, click on try it out, click execute. If I scroll down, this is the response. Same way, here also we can see those two dummy records. So our application is up and running. Now I'm going to run one integration test. Let me close this main section, expanding the test, Java. This is the typical integration test which expects your service to be available like MySQL. So as we can see here, it is using Spring Boot test and it is creating one order using mockmvc and expecting that at the bottom that this should be available in the database, and it is checking the dummy status as well. But in order to run this, we need the MySQL to be up and running in our system. Let me run this test case. Now we can notice the test case has been executed successfully. So our system is up and running, and also the integration tests are working fine. As a next step, what we are going to do, we are going to stop the service from Docker Compose so that we don't have any service running. And this integration test, we are going to run via test container so that this container creation, running them, stopping them, and destroying them, all these are handled by test containers itself. Clicking on services, running this Docker Compose down. Now I don't have any MySQL running, and just for clarity, in case I have any image, I'm just deleting everything. Going back to IntelliJ IDEA. So there are two integration test case I have written. This is the one using test container. Let me maximize this. Inside the test class, it is same as the typical integration test we ran earlier. The only difference is the container creation, we are doing it using test containers. Main thing over here is this annotation @test containers, so that it can manage the container created, where we are using this @container annotation. We are creating the MySQL container. Inside that, we are using one string constant over here, which indicates that this is MySQL 8.0. Inside, before all, we are waiting for the container to run. And if I scroll down, this is the critical part, dynamic property source. Here, all the required credentials, the URL, username, and password, we are adding to the registry, so that in the test method, when we are accessing the database, the required credentials are available. Basically, we are injecting these credentials so that whatever we have in application properties, instead of that, the credentials from the container are used during the test run. Then we have the method. Here we are creating one order object, then we are posting it so that this gets saved in the database. And finally, from the database, we are fetching this particular order object over here at line number 91, and we are validating the status that this should be equal to dummy status. So the logic is same, only the container creation or container management part, we are delegating that to test containers. Let me run this test case. So it has started to pull the image. As we don't have the image available in our system, it's pulling MySQL 8.0. So initially when we run, the image would be pulled. It would take a while. MySQL container is getting started, waiting for the database connection. The test has started running. It is executing the backend queries. And finally, the test has run and it has passed. So this is how for MySQL also we are using the test containers. One additional information though, if I go to pom.xml, if I maximize this and scroll down further, so here we are using basically two of these dependencies. One is for JUnit 5 and another is for MySQL. As we have this particular dependency, we can use the @test container annotation and @container annotation over here. If I show you this one, this test containers and this container. And if I go back here for this particular dependency, we are able to create this particular container. So this is how using test containers, we can use the MySQL containers as well in our integration test cases.